Hello guys, it's me Kazuma Kuriyami. And today I wanted to talk about this is my pet cat. I got a new cat, guys. I wanna show you this. That's not the topic of the video, but my cat didn't come so much. So I have another pet cat. His name is Sylvester. Say hi, Sylvester. Meow. He's purring. But anyways, I wanted to talk about a very interesting topic. Okay. Alright. For starters, many of my viewers are just my friends, or some of them are people who don't know me. My name is, my stage name, or what I call myself in YouTube is Meow. I usually go by Kazuma Kuriyami. That's what many people know me for. And also, my real name, it's Jack. I'm not gonna tell you my surname. I'm not comfortable telling people my surname. I just call myself Jack. That's the name, because that's the name I go for. I also have a Chinese name because I'm part Chinese. That's the reason why I feel like I have this thing over here. Now, uh, many people who know me, in real life, I'm pretty good with my voice. That's the reason why currently I'm working in, I've been working in a lot of call center agencies. My original goal was I wanted to be a voice actor, but the voice acting biz in the Philippines doesn't earn too well, and at the same time it's very difficult for me to get a role. And I do work on my voice a lot. I do work on my voice. And the topic of this video is why I like call center and why I think it's a great thing for the Philippines. But the thing is, it's very difficult to enter the job, and sometimes it comes off as unstable. So, okay, let's talk about me first, so that way we could be in topic. Oh, so cute. Okay, alright. For starters, many people who are, like I said, who know me in real life, they know this, but the ones who don't, he's just so cute. He's just so cute. Yeah, he just keeps me out. But let's get back to topic. Many people who don't know me, they don't know that I'm actually. I call myself bilingual, but many people say that I'm actually multilingual. Now, what does that mean? Uh, I use English. Okay, this is my English voice. I use this all the time, but this is not the voice I go when I go buy something. Because I live here in the Philippines, and what happens is that every time I go to a freaking store, I don't use this voice. Kaya ko mag-Tagalog, nagtatagalog din ako. Alam mo ng tao, every time na, namamaha sila, kaya pala mag-Tagalog ni Jack, pini-English pa ako. Sasabihin ko, hindi ka naman nagtanong eh, you didn't even ask. So, how am I supposed to know? But my English is still there. English is my first language, along with Chinese, but I later shifted to English a lot more because it's more common. Pero Tagalog, secondary ko siya. Kaya ko mag-Tagalog. So, yun nga, kaya ko mag-Tagalog. Karamihan ng mga tropa ko, alam yun. Pero yung mga sa laba, yung mga ibang tao or sa YouTube, hindi nila alam na kaya ko mag-Tagalog. Nagka-Tagalog ako pare. Hindi ko lang siya masyado ginagamit. And it's not about me being ashamed sa Filipino heritage ko. Of course not. I love the Philippines. The only reason kung bakit hindi ko siya ginagamit sa channel ko is because, for starters, I have this channel when I made it, I initially made it for like my American friends. I wanted to make a Filipino separate channel, but that never went well, so I just focused on this one. Pero, baka sa mga future videos ko, makita na magtatagalog na ako. And another thing is, I also know, I'm Chinese, I know Chinese. It's very rusty, like it's very fucking rusty. I still know a bit. I can still go 我是yan siak I can say ni ha. All of those I still know that, but I don't use that as common as I used to. But I did learn something new because I have a lot of Japanese friends as well, usually in Discord that is. And every time we go game, some of their freaking voices I'm able to do it, but mine comes off as a fake version of Japanese. But to some people who don't really speak real Japanese, it comes off as somewhat realistic or anime like. I'll give you guys an example. Konnichiwa, watashi wa Kurayami Kazuma desu yo. Ah, so desu yo. Nanda? 違うよ。なんだよ。 I I go like that online, and it's not me trying to do the stereotype. I just talk normally, and for other people, whenever I speak like that, they think, oh God, he's Japanese, and I always do that every time I go to Discord. When I go in Discord, I usually use my Japanese voice. So I'll give you guys a sample of my best, like me speaking fake Japanese. I call this shit Weebanese. I go, uh, nanda, oh, すごいよね。そうですけど、どう、マジかよ。ああ、オッケー。大丈夫ですか。なんだ。そうですよ。わかったわかった。違うよ、違う。I go like that, and most of the time I don't talk. I just do this face. So for many people, they really think I'm Japanese, and I'm not. I'm actually Chinese Filipino. Okay, so all right. Let's go straight to the topic because we're going a bit in hand. I'm just telling you guys the background because it's really important to me. I've been trying to make money out of my voice a lot because this voice is the reason why I make money. I started off being a freaking teacher, but I don't like it because it's no longer my dream because I don't like anything conservative. I hate anything conservative. So I shifted to voice acting. Yeah, that's a thing. I tried it. The problem is the voice acting business in the Philippines isn't it earns high, but the thing is it's very difficult to get a role, and even if you do get a role, it doesn't really pay that high. I tried going for radios. It's very difficult to do that, so it doesn't earn that well. And most of the time, I just make YouTube videos and I just go to anime events. There are moments when I do voices for certain projects for some of my, for like developers in the Philippines. I have some friends like who make me do that shit, and I'm like, yeah, sure, it's fine. I'll give you guys my Discord. You tell me what I need to voice. So I usually do the voice. And most of the time, whenever I do this voice, I would usually go like Sasuke. I would go like, I'll do something like this. I see. I'm not gonna hold back anything. Fire style, fireball jutsu, Chidori. It's over, Naruto. I can do stuff like that. I tried, like I said, I applied for voice acting roles. I've done it before. I could do it again, but it doesn't earn that high. And overall, I found a job that's actually very common in the Philippines. Yet, it's very common in the Philippines, yet it has a very, very big stigma. The stigma that it's unstable because it's very difficult to maintain. I'm talking about call center. Now, does it pay well? Yes. It's a stereotype when you're in the Philippines that if you're a call center, like you earn pretty good. Because it's a freaking white collar job, but you have to survive because it's survival of the fittest. Only a few people are able to make it. Many people throw in the towels because of the stress. So I went with call center. I would usually do customer service. I did tech before. Kind of, it's pretty obvious. I've worked in the tech team before, but I have people in the who've have a higher, what do you call this? Who have a higher background in tech. That's why I was thinking maybe I could do tech team level 2, but that's gonna be very difficult. So I just went for the level 1. I have friends from the tech team. I mentioned it in my other videos. Those guys help me with my gaming and shit. Because majority of tech people here in the Philippines who do tech, they're gamers. Pretty obvious. So I went for customer service. Not good in sales, but I love it. What else? I did tech before. I even did emailing before. I work in an office job. You guys can take a wild guess where I work. I'm not gonna tell you. You guys can just check my background videos. It's pretty obvious if you check here in the back. So, my experience in call center is that it's very unstable, but once you work hard, it's the closest thing I can find to being a voice actor. I'm able to make use of my voice, and on top of that, you know, I'm able to do something I actually like. Every time we say, "Okay, guys, try to go log in," I'm like, "Okay, time to go online." Then I would use my voice, and then I would speak to a client. I would just go, "Yeah, okay, well, what's the problem? What do you need fixed? I'm more than happy to help you out. Just tell me what needs to." It usually works out well. The only thing I have problems with is usually the fucking procedure because it's very difficult. In call center, it's a very messy workplace. You have to be strict with the guidelines and shit. So there, I've been doing call center, and the thing I love about it is that first of all, you'll be really good with the metrics. You get to use your voice, and a lot of Gen Z are actually, uh, sa alam ko, hindi ako nagloloko. Karamihan na Gen Z na kilala ko sa Pilipinas na who have the same aesthetic, same aesthetic as mine. Ang ginagawa nila, diretso call center. Yung iba nga hindi na nga nag-education. Yung ibang kilala ko, hindi man lahat. May mga iba kasi na nag-education. They do education, like English major. Then they wouldn't pursue it anymore because being a teacher is very difficult. And I'm not shitting on being a teacher. That's a very good job. But the thing is, it's also hard, and it's a lot harder than call center in my opinion. Because first, you need to get so many degrees. You need to pass the let, and I'm not interested. I have the potential to be an English teacher, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't like it. I changed my mind. That's only something my other relatives are into, but not me personally. I changed my freaking mind. I don't do that shit no more. So I picked call center. I've been doing this for many years. I started off at age 17 when I was about to turn 18. Then after that, I went to four different companies. Okay, I already worked in four different companies in terms of BPO or call center. And overall, I tend to like my job because it's, like I said, it's the closest thing I could find to being a voice actor. And that's my main job. The second job I do is this whole thing. And I also do events. I do cosplay, which earns pretty well too, considering I'm Asian. When I mean I'm considering I'm Asian, I look pretty good in male form, and whenever I cross dress in female form, I do pretty well. I even have pages for my freaking. I even have pages for my freaking. Socials, but I'm still working on it because it's really difficult to balance all this shit. So I think I'm just going a bit off topic, but let's go straight to the let's go back. If my experience with call center is one of the best things I ever had, and if you're Gen Z and you're trying to get a job and you're having a hard time, I would suggest call center, and especially if you have a good voice and you try to do voice acting like I do. I wanted to tell you guys my experience, and I already did. So do call center. It's pretty good, and hopefully, you guys can have a better life. It's not always easy, but it's a really fun job, especially if you have a good voice. Okay, so yeah, I wish you guys the best. If you have any questions, just type it in the comments below. Leave a like, share, and I wish you guys the best. Okay, Kazuma Kuriyami going out. Bye.